Welcome in to Fox 10 Talks.
Yes.
I cannot believe who I'm sitting next to right now.
Not me.
You,
Oh.
Christina Carilla.
Hello.
I mean, you are a household name. I mean, this is the big time right here.
Thanks for talking me up, Steve. Appreciate
You
it.
better be good and funny and interesting for the next 30 minutes here.
Uh-oh. I don't know, man. It's
After
a lot
that
of pressure. Hopefully there's a lot going on in this Diet Pepsi. I need some energy
So
today.
you go with the Diet Pepsi.
I do. And not Diet Coke.
Interesting.
Like Corey McCloskey is very Diet Coke.
Yeah.
You know? I have noticed, and I noticed this while I was pregnant, and I still feel the same way.
Mhm.
There's something about Diet Pepsi. It's just better.
I'm
I'm not saying they're sponsoring us, but
I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure I've ever had a Diet Pepsi.
what?
Yeah, I don't think so.
What
I'm not-
planet are you from?
I'm not a big soft drink guy. It's just Coke, just regular Coke.
Wait, this brings up a thought.
Okay.
This is so random. But when you go out, we're jumping right in. I'm sorry. This
Let's
is like
get into this.
get the
Yeah.
ball rolling. When you go out to eat,
Yeah.
do you get water for the table and not something else, or do you always get like a soft drink?
You have to get another drink of some kind.
Okay.
Like water's a part of it for sure. I have to have water.
Okay.
And then there's a secondary drink as
I
well.
feel like there are two different types of people, and I say this because my husband Zach, we go out and he'll get a Coke, a glass of wine, and water, and I'm like,
Ooh.
I didn't grow up that way, man. Like, you get one drink. You're not, no.
So when he drinks a glass of wine and a Coke, is he going back and forth between those
He'll
two?
usually pound the Coke and then have the wine.
Interesting.
Can't be good for your stomach.
Growing up in my household, we had to ask for permission when we'd go to a restaurant if we could have a Coke with
Okay.
my dad or, something like that. And he'd always say yes for the most part, but
Yeah.
every so often, I think just to, throw us off a little, be like, no, just waters today.
Interesting. Maybe it was too late. You don't want the kids to have sugar or...
I'm sure there was a real parental reason.
Yeah.
It felt like a power grab to me, though.
Doesn't it always?
Yeah.
And now you get to do that with your kids.
And let me tell you, it's absolutely a power grab.
Yeah. Yes. But I'm like, I feel like sometimes I have to crack the whip. Like, no, we're not going to pay for the glass of wine and the glass of the Coke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand entirely.
It might be $6, but still.
You need to set some precedents there.
Yes.
Something else we need to talk about
Yeah.
is, news as well.
Oh, okay.
We should probably talk
Sure.
about those
We can
things
do that.
too. Maybe if we have Dave, can you get us a glass of wine and a Coke for the both of us? That'd be great.
No, just the glass of wine.
Okay.
I already
okay.
have my Coke.
Yeah, you already have the Coke. And I've got coffee.
Pepsi.
Ooh, wine and coffee. That's not a good combination.
No.
Something that we're going to be talking about in our newscast today that I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We have been talking about Kyrene de la Sierra, the elementary school in Ahwatukee that closed over air quality concerns. We've been talking about it for a week and a half.
Yes.
Nonstop, all the time. We are finally today
Supposed to.
get the results of what was in the air.
Right.
We still don't know what was in the air.
So we know that there were workers on the roof, and this was a planned thing that they were doing. They were working on the roof for a long time. It was taking quite a while, right, this project. And the vents were supposed to be closed to the
Yes.
school, so to keep any, potential irritant or chemical out, and that did not happen, right?
Yeah, there's, I think it's 52 air intakes on the roof. It's just what sucks in the air for the AC. It's just when you have a whole can of whatever that glue is or those materials you got on the roof.
Whatever's going on, yeah.
Instead of, if that just goes into the atmosphere, I mean, it's no big deal, right? I mean, it's just getting dispersed
Sure.
to the world.
Sure.
When it gets sucked right into the school, all of a sudden you get all of those particles that go up. And they're saying that it was, 4 times the amount when you first start to notice symptoms.
Yeah.
4 times worse than that.
Right.
So parents, this is a story that I have really been flooded with parents reacting.
Sure.
And a lot of them don't want to go on camera. They don't want to upset their teacher. They don't want to upset the school. They don't want to hurt their kids in the classroom, get any backlash like that. So it's a story where a lot of people are being really cautious with me.
Yeah.
That being said, I've heard from many parents that have said their kids had some level of a reaction, either a headache or a rash or something.
Watery eyes.
At the same time, kids get sick in elementary school constantly.
You know this. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, last year, I think I was out 12 sick days with my son
Right.
at school.
Well, that brings up another issue, too.
Yeah.
When something like this happens, they close down the school, right? And the kids had to go elsewhere. But
Mhm.
I mean, my first thought when I heard this story was like, panic, like, what do you do as a parent? Oh my gosh, I have to find childcare now last minute like this. I mean, it's really difficult to find childcare as it is. And then something like this happens. I mean, they ended up going to other schools, right? And doing at-home learning for a little bit, but that was my initial thought.
I think if this happens in 2019, I think that whole finding childcare thing is even worse than what it is right now. I think bosses understand life a little bit better after 2020.
You're right about that.
That just juggling life, we need to just be a little bit more understanding. I'll speak to our bosses here. If this happened to either one of us, I know I can count on Steve and Neil to be very cool about that situation.
Totally.
And
Are you hoping for a raise?
I was just going to say, contract's coming up, guys.
What's happening? Yeah, is your review tomorrow, or what are we doing here? No, I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
And I do think that the pandemic changed a lot of that for sure.
Yeah. So we should know exactly what's in that air, what was in those particles.
Did you hear anything about what it might be, though?
Yeah, so they put out... which was great, is the company that was doing it, they put out all the products that they were using on the roof, and then they did a breakdown of everything that's in those products.
Okay.
So figuring out what is harmful, what isn't harmful, all of that, I will let scientists figure that one out, not me.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to know just what there was high levels of, so that we then can bring that to the experts. Although I will say, the American Lung Association, I talked to them originally on the story, and they were like, ultimately, it matters what's in the air, but it also doesn't, because just having that many particles in the air, especially for a 6, 7, 8-year-old's lungs, that's not good.
Yeah, so, anything when you have that much of it, right? It's not going to be good. So
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see what they say about that.
Real quick, want to get to this other story before our first interview here, and I'm excited about this.
I am too. I know you are. Yeah. I am too.
Perseid meteor shower tonight.
Yes,
that's always fun.
I know. I think you'll have a better chance of seeing it if you live over on the East Coast.
Okay,
but I think there's still a chance.
Always a chance. When was the last time you saw a shooting star?
Oh my gosh, I've seen quite a few. Probably when I was in Sedona, because you know it's so clear up there. I've seen quite a few back home too. I remember as a kid, I was like 16, and I was out on like a little date, and I looked up and saw it. It was almost like a fairy tale movie, but it really did happen.
And you guys got married a couple weeks after that.
No.
Lived happily ever after.
No, but I promise it really happened.
Yeah. I saw one just a few weeks ago. Whole family on a walk, and my son saw it right as I looked up and saw it. I'm so happy I saw it too, because we wouldn't have believed him whatsoever. But I saw it too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but Arizona Science Center, they are building a new planetarium.
Yeah.
The Dorrance Planetarium. This thing's supposed to be incredible. We're getting a preview of that today. The construction's ongoing, should open it up in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So we've got a behind-the-scenes tour that's going to be in the 5 o'clock newscast.
I think
tonight.
Ashley Loessa is going up there, and so we'll see a little bit of that.
I think
coming up.
that tour's going on right now.
Is it right now?
Yeah, I think it's right now.
I don't know what day it is, what time it is. I don't know what's happening.
So that should be a great story. All right, let's bring in our first guest here.
Okay, perfect.
Shane Larson, who I'm going to categorize as Arizona State football superfan.
Yes.
As a superfan myself, I feel I can share that designation right there. Shane, are you there? Can you hear us right now?
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Talk about this view behind you, Shane. Where are you?
No kidding.
I'm at Lake Powell.
Oh,
lucky
so pretty.
Guy. How is it hot up there right now too?
It's pretty hot up here. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so
Shane, I'm sitting inside right now where it's a little cooler in the houseboat.
Let's get into your story a little bit. So, can you just tell us what happened? You were on your way to an ASU scrimmage, right? And then you hit an elk?
Yes. So I live in Utah actually currently, and I was on my way to Camp Tontozona. I had to work Friday, so driving through the night. Dangerous time of night to drive. So for the viewers out there, just be careful, especially if you are on Lake Mary Road. And I was trying to meet cousins, nephews at the scrimmage, really excited about it. One of my favorite traditions. I've been going since I was a little kid, and came around a bend there, Lake Mary Road next to Mormon Lake, and a group of about 8 elk ran out in the road in front of me.
Wow.
Nothing I could do to avoid them. It was just, pretty terrifying moment. I just hammered the brake and just kind of knew, man, this is happening, and nailed them. One for sure. And it went right into my windshield right in front of my face, and thankfully didn't cave all the way in on me. and sadly killed that animal. And I skidded off the side of the road. But there was, I mean, at that hour on that road, no other cars around. And so I was really lucky to have slid off in a place that I could even get the vehicle back on the road. It's just a little sedan. And so the animal, that just took out its legs and it hit the windshield. So no airbag deployment, nothing like that.
Whoa.
Got it back on the road and realized that the car would still drive despite
do we
the
have
windscreen
pictures?
being cracked to pieces.
Do we have pictures of this that we can pull up?
Yeah, we got to bring
like
up the photo of this, Shane. We got to get this going.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was
I posted
interesting
this picture.
is
that's
crazy.
the parking on 260 to get into the scrimmage. So
and if you're looking that it's on that parking 260, Shane, that means you carried on. You, with that smashed windshield, still went to Camp Tontozona to watch this ASU scrimmage.
How?
Yeah, I mean, people were joking. It was really funny, the thread on X there. The Ace Ventura gif there, head out the window. And I did try that for a minute, but that wasn't going to work. And so I just found like a clear section in the middle of all those breaks and just kind of got tunnel vision and just locked in and made it.
Were you worried about getting pulled over?
I think, from where I had the accident to Camp T. And I knew there'd be law enforcement there. And so I talked to some of them, hey, here's the situation. I had this accident. There's no shops open to fix this.
Yeah.
Am I okay to drive it down to the valley? And so I drove it down to my sister's house in Gilbert and got the glass replaced yesterday morning, actually. And we're back on the road with a slightly more beat up car now, but it's working at least.
Did you get a new windshield?
I got a new windshield.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Got a new windshield.
So I know when you park there at Camp T, they've done a really good job of trying to, because there's no parking lot in the middle of nowhere up there, right? So you park on the side of the highway. They've now got, police officers up there escorting the cars to the side as you go in. When you made eye contact with that officer and he saw your smashed windshield, how did that conversation go?
Yeah.
No one, I don't know if they just weren't paying close attention because the people parking us weren't law enforcement. They were around. I saw sheriff deputy vehicles, but the parking folks were, I think, just a contracted group. And I think they probably were like, what on earth is this guy doing? But they didn't say anything. Well, I got a few raised eyebrows, but
Shane,
that was it.
We got to run. But
you're the ultimate fan.
You're the ultimate fan. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe out there on those roads.
We're glad you're okay. Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks.
We'll be right back.
And did you say, is it Randazzo or Randazzo?
Either one's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Super.
Well, how was our first segment? Did you enjoy it?
I mean, I think it went well. What's the chat say?
I think the chat's positive.
Mr. Paul Valine is popping off in the chat.
He is. He's having a great time. Appreciate you saying you watch the weekend mornings.
Yeah, that's nice.
We've noticed there's been one viewer, so it's good to know it's Mr. Paul Valine. So we appreciate
Shout
you.
out. Yes.
You know how it is when you work weekends?
Yes.
It's so fun because weekdays, man, this is a busy place,
It
right?
is.
Like there's a million people. On the weekends, we are
Chill.
lean and mean, right? There is like 6 of us, and we're all in on doing what we do on the weekends. So
Yeah.
it's great to see that people are watching.
Oh, yeah. You want,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal, right? Yeah. That's always the goal.
I always want to start that show with "Hi, Mom." Thinking it's just to her.
My parents still watch, so that's funny. Yeah.
Hi, Mom, Dad.
Mhm.
And then also he recommended strawberry Dr. Pepper. How do you feel about that?
What? Does that exist?
I didn't
Wait,
know.
who was talking about Dr. Pepper? This is Pepsi, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm not hating, but I
Diet
kind
Pepsi.
of am.
I will say, other than Coke, the only other one I will do, and I will drive long distances for this, is vanilla Coke.
Okay.
I love vanilla Coke.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
hmm
Do you like root beer? It's kind of like.
Yeah, I like root beer, but Rubio's used to have vanilla Coke on their fountain.
Oh, did
And
they?
I swear that's why I liked Rubio's, and they got rid of it like
Because you were
6
the only
months
one
ago.
drinking it. That's
And
why.
I've gone to multiple Rubio's. It's gone everywhere.
Oh.
So let this be a lesson to you, Rubio's.
I don't know. I don't
Bring
see
back
that
the vanilla
anywhere,
Coke.
honestly.
It's nowhere.
Vanilla Coke.
Vanilla Coke's nowhere. So
Maybe there's a reason for that, Steve. You're in the minority.
another shout out to Shane Larson there joining us, the ASU super fan.
Yes.
I love the fact. I mean, he went through a horrible ordeal. Middle of the night, you're driving.
He's
up to
lucky
KMT.
that he
He's okay.
walked away.
But the fact that he kept going,
I know. That
he got to the scrimmage.
dedication.
There was a couple of players' parents and stuff that were commenting, ultimate fan stuff and
Yes.
saying, I talked to you at the scrimmage. What a fan. So
Yeah.
hopefully they win a national championship this year in his honor for that.
That would be nice. Who's the bigger fan, him or you?
He proved it.
I think he may have.
He proved it.
Yeah.
Typically, I'd say me, but
Mhm.
I'm excited for this next one. We got Ryan joining us from Flagstaff.
Yes.
Discover Flagstaff. Ryan, you're a great guy. Appreciate you joining us, but we've got some serious stuff to talk about here. You guys have been absolutely slandered.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Christina, you saw this, right?
I saw it. I heard it. I mean, what's the deal? What's the reason behind this?
Does Flagstaff City Hall, is that one of the ugliest buildings in America, Ryan?
Well, according to your news source, I've got a picture of it right behind me here.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm not sure how they chose to pick the ugliest municipal buildings in the country. I would certainly argue we don't belong on that list.
I agree.
Really, the talk of the town up here. It's all everyone's talking about the headlines with us having landed on that list.
Yeah, Ryan, let me give a little background. So they polled about 3,000 people to establish the ugliest public buildings in America.
Who would answer that poll?
I
you
know.
get a phone call?
Yeah, where does that come from?
Yeah.
A text?
It's just some guy just walking around asking people.
And is City Hall supposed to be pretty? Like,
I'll tell you this, the Flagstaff one is.
I mean, it's fine.
Oh, Ryan, I don't know.
I don't know, Ryan. What do you think?
Well, I agree with you. I mean, it's kind of like polling who's got the ugliest earlobes. Like,
Yeah.
who thinks of this stuff? Like,
Yeah.
is that anyone's best
Agreed.
feature?
I actually have some
we're-
comments on that.
Our City Hall. It's got some volcanic rock that it was built with. It's got a really nice wood floor inside.
See, that's cool.
The highlight of our City Hall, of course, is where it's at Flagstaff, which is about 85 degrees right now, which I think
Yes.
is about 23 degrees cooler than where you all are sitting.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I
Rub it
like
in.
that. Rub it in.
Little zinger.
So I love the fact what you just said there about the volcanic rocks. Because the thing that was here, so this list, by the way,
Yeah.
real quick, we actually need to talk about this first and foremost. Who did this survey?
Mm-hmm.
This was from a group of people from New Jersey.
I know. I thought that was odd too. Real estate group?
What? New Jersey? You have any right to tell us what's
I
ugly?
know. They don't have.
That is not a state with things to brag about.
No shade, Jersey, but
No, it's shade. I'm giving it. I will always remember my first trip to the Meadowlands.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the train from Manhattan to go into the Meadowlands. So you have to go into
What part
New
of Jersey is that?
It's like it's the closest to New York. I don't know
So
the
northern.
geography.
Okay.
And the second you go into New Jersey, they have like all of the waste management stuff there.
Uh-huh.
It stinks. It's like the smell, like you like enter New Jersey.
I hate to break this to you, but every state has some landfills, Steve.
No, New Jersey does it worse. I'm fired up. I am in defense of Flagstaff right now.
I know.
I'm protected.
But Ryan,
right now.
I mean, do they do tours at the city hall there in Flagstaff?
So they don't do tours of City Hall, but on the City Hall grounds, there is a historic house built in 1907. And not only is that on the historic register, but it's also on the ghost tour because the prior inhabitant of that house, it's called Milligan House, she passed away here. And so the ghost tours in Flagstaff where they take you around town and talk about all the hauntings.
Yeah.
There is a City Hall building on that tour.
Okay, so we've got
cool.
a ghost tour on this. The building's also built with some volcanic rocks. The part that the justification for why Flagstaff City Hall is on this list is that it's not necessarily ugly. It just doesn't have any civic pride. And that's where I've got a problem because this thing's built with local volcanic rock.
I know.
Flagstaff's famous for being a part of, in northern Arizona, all of the Apollo missions because of the volcanic rock and everything up there. That is civic pride as much as you can get.
Well, I mean, when you think about this poll, this is what you always have to think about when we talk about polls and surveys. The group of people, right? The size. 3,000 people across the country.
Yeah.
I mean,
not one of them were from Arizona, I'll tell you that.
Probably
much.
not.
Yeah. I don't know what photo they showed, but it wasn't a
They've never been to
summer
Flag.
day. Yeah. So all right, you mentioned that the weather's a little bit nicer up there right now. If some of these 3,000 people that voted on this have never been to Arizona, why should they go to Flagstaff as their next vacation, Ryan?
Okay, well, despite what the poll says about our city hall, Flagstaff is 90 minutes from the Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. So we're a great home base if you want to explore Grand Canyon and 8 other national parks and monuments. We're in the largest ponderosa pine forest in the world. City Hall itself is located on historic Route 66, which is celebrating its centennial next year. So it's 100-year anniversary of that iconic roadway. We are just steps away from the historic Orpheum Theater and iconic hotels like the Weatherford. And we're right down the hill from Lowell Observatory, where Pluto was discovered in 1930 and is still a world-renowned observatory and science museum. Actually, the #1 science museum in the country, according to Newsweek this year. So
wow.
I could go on and on about why people should come to Flagstaff, despite what this says about our city halls.
I couldn't agree more, Ryan. And I remember just last year, we had a completely different story that the road trip from Flagstaff to Grand Canyon was rated the #1 same-day road trip in the country.
Oh, was it?
And so we actually did it for a story. What's that road trip like?
Yeah.
Had the time of my life. It was great. There's so many things to stop and do. It was fantastic.
I mean, yeah, it's an easy drive. It's not bad.
No, it was great. There was just fun things to stop and do. Ryan, I love it. I do have to mention real quick here, I was just going through the list as you were mentioning all those things that are awesome about Flagstaff. Number 6 on here.
Yeah.
Akron Municipal Court in Akron, Ohio. That is actually where I went to go get my marriage certificate with my wife. So I have been to that building.
How is it?
It's a beautiful building.
Let's just tear it up, man. Forget it. This debunked. Nobody cares.
We're done
Sorry,
with it,
Jersey.
Ryan.
Yeah.
We're on Team Flagstaff. Appreciate you joining us today.
Can't wait to go back up there. Thank you.
Enjoy the weather.
All right. Thank you all.
Do you notice how Ryan wasn't just sweating profusely? He just looked comfortable.
I know. He's loving life.
Loving life.
What is that like?
Oh, that sounds so good.
I know.
Oh, my brother did a road trip from up north through here during the summer once, and he was just like, why don't you take Phoenix and just put it where Flagstaff is?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, weather-wise,
I'm for that.
Makes kind of a lot of sense right there.
Yeah.
All right, we got a few more things we need to talk about here.
Yes.
You found this one. Tell me about it.
Okay, so there's a study out there that shows that a lot of people skip lunch at work.
A lot of people?
So a new poll from Talker Research discovered over half of Americans don't eat a lunch. Yes, they want to work more. Now, do you know
What?
anyone that feels that way?
No,
Who would want, I mean,
this is shocking
when you talk
information.
about professions, like in our job, maybe it's a little bit easier for us to stop for 5 minutes sometimes. If you're an emergency room doctor and you, I mean,
Oh,
so you got to
sure.
think about that, I guess.
Yeah.
But
The regular office worker, what are you doing? I want to
No.
be very clear, and I'm aware bosses are likely listening to this right now. So please don't comment, bosses. But so much of my emotional part of my day of getting ready for work
dude,
is
yes.
what's for lunch today?
I
And
am
how
with
close
you.
lunch is. And then every day when you finish lunch, there's that, oh, we're done with lunch for the day.
I
Like that
know.
little emotional letdown.
I don't know
right
what
there.
that says about us as Americans, but I kind of do live my day with, looking forward to the next meal.
Yes.
Like, when am I getting to lunch? When am I getting to dinner? When am I going to have a snack? Where's my granola bar? Like, that's kind of a big portion of my day, if I'm
Yes.
honest.
Absolutely. There's something emotionally great about that next meal and what you're going to have.
It's like a reward, like
Why-
a treat.
And I'm going through this whole thing that makes no sense to me. 43% need reminders to eat.
Yeah, who are these?
Are you?
Anyone in the chat?
Are
Who
you
needs a
6
reminder to
pounds?
eat?
Like, eat some food.
I know.
I am blown away by that. 75% say sandwiches are their go-to lunch. What do you think about that?
A sandwich is easy. It's mindless. You don't have to think about it. I'm not a huge sandwich gal. I mean, if I could do a hoagie, like
Mhm.
a big hearty sandwich,
Mhm.
but not like sliced bread and turkey.
I'm with you on that. And we have a conversation at home. My wife and I went over looking at finances, trying to save money. My lunches always come up in conversation on a good way
You're
to
the
save money.
problem.
And I want to be clear, my wife is correct. I am financially a problem at
Where's
lunch.
your go-to?
Oh, Rubio's if they got vanilla
well,
Coke. But what I would say is it has to be hot for me.
oh,
I don't like a cold lunch. I need a hot lunch.
so like a grinder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I can do that. Or like, a steak,
A steak for lunch.
lobster,
Whoa.
maybe some oysters. I'll do
Okay.
that. Those are
Okay.
cold. I'm good with those ones.
So yeah, your wife is right. Dial it back.
But you can't go anywhere anymore without spending like $1 bajillion
That
on
is
lunch.
so true. I know.
We'll say, just because I have a chance to do a shout out here, Miracle Mile, the straw, that sandwich they have there.
Which one is
it's
that?
the pastrami one.
Oh,
Unreal.
anything there is excellent.
good.
So good.
We've got to go right now.
Wow, that flew by.
Catch us in 30 minutes. You're gonna.